Hello, thanks for joining me. I'm in the workshop today and it is bitterly cold, hence I'm well lagged. And if there are a few jump cuts in this video, it's because I've paused the camera to go inside and have a cup of coffee and get warmed up. Anyway, what am I on with today? Well, this is my KTM EXC450 and I have bought an LED replacement headlight unit for it, so I'm going to have a go at fitting that today, and I thought that would be a useful video for anybody else who's considering doing something similar. Now this unit, I'll put details in the description of the video of what make what make the headlight unit is, but it comes with 4 wires. Let me come a little bit closer and I'll show you. It comes with 4 wires on there, so there's the brown, which is the live, and then there's one live for the side light, or what we call the driving light, one for the dip and one for the main. So I need to take my headlight off here and have a look and see what kind of wiring I've got in here and how I can connect it. So let's have a look. If you've got one of these bikes, you'll know how the headlight's fastened on. There's just like an elastic fastener on each side around the top of the fork, and then it fastens into the mudguard with a couple of lugs, and then that's it. You can pull it off. Now these cables for the front brake go through the headlight unit, and therefore I'm just going to thread those out because otherwise it's going to be pretty difficult to work this. So I need to step around in front of the camera, but I think it's quite obvious how you do this. You just unthread these and then I can carry this headlight unit away. Okay, that's the brake line, 2 brake lines disconnected. They just kind of fold through here. It's difficult to show you, but it's kind of obvious, they just clip in. So what have you got? The cables coming to the headlight here. You've got one for each of the indicators, if you have them fitted, and I fitted these a while back. I've also got a USB charger point here, which I just fastened in behind that indicator, so it's tucked in out the way on the bike, but that's powered. There's a switch on the handlebar to switch that on and off, and it actually has a power switch on the bottom. But what I'm trying to get to here is the plug for the headlight unit. I disconnect that. Right, that is encouraging, because let me zoom in and I'll show you. I've obviously had the headlight off this bike many times before, but to be honest I just couldn't remember how the wiring was configured. But it all 4 wires go into this one block here, which is great. So all I need to do then is create a block like this. Feed all 4. So one of the cables comes off here to the side light, and then the other 3 come up here to the main and the dip bulb. So what I need to do now is remove this old headlight unit out of the headlight shell, and that's just fastened on 3 places. There's a screw there, looks like it's a hex one there, and then here, and that one obviously then adjusts the headlight up and down. So I'm going to undo those and unclip this old headlight unit, then I can put the new unit in. Just to make life easier for myself doing this job, I've disconnected all the cables from the indicators and this USB and brought it over to the bench. I'm just resting it on a tissue so I don't scratch the plastic and the front of the headlight, but I'm going to remove this headlight unit out of the shell now, and as I said a moment ago, it's just fastened in with 3 torque screws, which, see what size that is. No, I can't read the size on there. So I'll undo these and let's have a look, see what we've got. Right, that's there's just the 3 screws there out, and the headlight should now lift out of this headlight shell. I have to just wiggle it around a bit to get it out. There we are. So that's the original, rather dirty I have to say, that's the original headlight, which has got a conventional bulb in it, and there's a little side light down at the bottom there. But the important thing is the connector there is just a four-way connector, so we just need to make sure that we match the wires up to that one when I make up a new connector. So here is the replacement light unit, and that comes, say, with the 4 cables. It's already got spade connectors fitted to it, and there's a little connection block there which is the same as the one on my existing headlight. So we just need to decide what sequence to put these blue cables in. Now these little spade connectors click into place. You can see they've got the little locks on, so you just push them in, lock into place. So it should be as easy as just deciding which one goes where, click them into place, and then I can plug and play. The reason why it comes without the connection lock on, just naked like this, is because some bikes might be different, so it gives you the chance of rewiring. So for example, if you don't have a side light circuit, then you just have to wire it into the dip circuit. So the new headlight comes with a colour code, which tells me what each of the colours are. So it says on here that black is the earth, that's the return, the return to the battery. It says blue is the dip beam, brown is the high beam, and white is the side light. However, looking at the existing headlight unit here, the colour coding is different. Now I had a look to see if I've got a wiring diagram for this bike, and I haven't. So just by a process of deduction, I don't know if you can see here, but the brown cable splits because the side light's obviously separate. So the brown goes down here and it goes up there. So from that I can deduce that the brown is the earth. That's the return to the battery, okay? And the green goes to the side light, so I know that the green is the side light. And then I've got my blue and my white ones here. Now I remember a couple of months ago I had all the switchgear off the bike because I had a fault with the dip beam, and when I took that all apart I made a little note on that, and I made a note that the white is the dip and the blue is the high beam. So having got that sorted out, I know what they are on here. Entirely different colour coding to here, but provided I get these spades in the right sequence in this connection block, then it should all work. So what I'm trying to do is mirror the way these go into here, but making sure that I get the right colours. So here goes. So on here I said the brown is my earth, and that's in the top right hand one, holding it this way around. So the black is the earth here, so let's get my earth in there, get that lined up right, slide that through, should lock into place. Yes, it has. And then the top left hand one is green, which I said is my side light. So on this one it tells me that white is the side light. So the top left hand one should be this one here, white for the side light. Again, that one should lock in. And then on here the bottom right is blue, which I said was the high beam on this one. Blue is high beam, which is brown on here. So I want the brown in this one, which should mean that this one is blue. So what we got here, we've got white going into there, white, which is the yeah, it's the dip beam, and on this one we're told blue is the dip beam, so by default that one goes in there. Right, okay, so you can see I've got all the connectors lined up in there now. So
let's try putting it back on the bike and see what happens. So first of all I have to fasten it in here, back into the headlight shell, and then try it on the bike. This new unit comes with its own little screws, little washers, rather than the old ones. The old ones are sort of plastic screw, i.e. for screwing into plastic, because the shell of the old one is plastic, whereas this one is metal. So these are for screwed into a metal housing, and these are crosshead as opposed to the Torx ones. A little washer on there as well. So that's in. I can use this one because this is still screwing back into the housing in the same way. Right, let's have a look at that. Turn it the other way up. There we are. This is what it looks like. Let's get that back on the bike. Okay, that's the headlight shell back on. I've just got to be a little bit careful because it's like a viper's nest behind there with all the extra wiring I've got. But let's see what happens then. Well, I'm absolutely delighted with that, and what a quick and easy job that was as well. So I will put details in the description of what make the light is, and I will also put details of the wiring in there, the colours of the wiring from the bike, and the wiring that connects to on the lighting unit. But obviously I got it right first time there, because everything seems to work absolutely fine. So delighted. I'm off out tomorrow to give it a go, and as the light is starting to go early these days, may well be trying out that headlight and see how we get on. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope you found this useful. See you again. Bye.